for yet twice near the camp of Frederick Kumi, aka Abu Trica. Now we've been giving you back-to-back updates since last year. Say a brand here friend Abu Trica, real name Frederick Kumi. He was arrested. Now he's been going to court back and forth. Amani two other accomplices no or more the bail or more. But the day court man Abu Trica bail on that same day. And who say the NACOC together with other agencies they've rearrested Abu Trica and slapped him with new charges. And then Minoka say, we are learning more development into the whole Abu Trica case because Abu Trica is out and saying, he is not going to just go down like that. Now, actually, the whole screen so away for 3 news. I say Frederick Kumi, aka Abu Trica, has sued the Interior Ministry, NACOC, EOCO and FBI over arrest, detention, and rights violation. So Abu Trica is suing all of these agencies. He is suing the Ministry of Interior. Basically, the Ministry of Interior has to do with expatriation of Ghanaians to outside the country, and expatriation of Ghanaians to abroad, and now from Ghana to outside the country, and now say even from abroad to Ghana, and now they coordinate with international activities that involving Ghana and other foreign countries. And in here, no, according to Abu Trica, no, arrest, no, it is being coordinated swiftly with the Ministry of Interior, and they are harassing him. Aside from that, too, one more question, no, the Narcotics Control Board, no, so Abu Trica is sued. Far from that, too, Abu Trica have also sued the Economic Crime Units, EOCO, and Abu Trica has once again also sued the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. So the big question is, what happened, and why is Abu Trica all of a sudden seeing all of these people? What is the case involved? And no, and Abu Trica edin sem Ebabetuja said ni arrest ni eche no there is more to it because ebra eche no amount some munima yeche Abu Trica no opache say all these while no the FBI have been investigating him and the FBI have been interrogating him and a lot of things have really gone on at the akosono ni enje. Now Abu Trica din sem bebre etuja echichemu what has been really going on behind the scenes and as a back door. It is a tip for a screen so and even some of the things Abu Trica has been going through after his arrest by this particular agencies. Now let's put this on the screens for you to know exactly the blow-by-blow account and how Abu Trica he is actually taking this fight very serious. And to show how I say Lamborghini, Mercedes-Benz, and Cybertruck vehicles found at my airport residential apartment were 40 vehicles left in my care for sale by clients. Abu Trica tells court. So this is what Abu Trica is saying. Now I told you, Abu Trica and Semno because he also came out to say all this while no, he's been subjected to various forms of various forms of abuse by these agencies, and according to him he is actually taking this to the next level. Now the BB two screens so for you to actually get a closer look as to why Abu Trica is doing this. Now let's put this once again on the screens because Abu Trica through his lawyers is actually giving Ghanaians the reason why he is suing this particular agency. So very soon, you be ready because some people have reposted this. Also, why am I suing FBI, the Ghana police, etc.? Abu Trica shares full account of unfair treatment in custody. I'm challenging my arrest. So now Abu Trica is telling Ghanaians why he's suing all of these agencies and what he's been going through and his account. Also, I'm challenging my arrest and treatment by the state security agencies and agents of the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation. My arrest on the 11th of December 2025 was carried out under conditions that amounted to torture and cruel, inhumane and degrading treatment in violation of Article 15 of Ghana's Constitution. From the morning until the late evening, I was restrained in handcuffs. I was denied food, water, rest, and other basic necessities. While in custody of officers of the Narcotics Control Board, EOCO, and the Attorney General's Department, I was subjected to severe physical and psychological distress. Into what you say, a bright chin no, the handcuffs to inside from an opa ebepi menumre, yan sanso amani duane, yan mani nsuo, niema sebio, washroom kwe manenko. And aside from that, 2 officers no much no said they were beating him, abusing him, physical and psychological distress. I say I was interrogated while in handcuffs, surrounded by armed officers and repeatedly threatened and intimidated. Despite my persistent request, I was denied access to a lawyer of my choice. These actions violated my rights to dignity, legal representation, and a fair trial as guaranteed under Article 15 and 19 of the Constitution. And I'll just say all these things they see and no catch a woman or matching and say they should allow him to at least go to the washroom, to eat, to drink, to put himself in shape. I know say a chihuahua, he can't dictate what should be done. But then here, the person that you are interrogating or said you on the day, how do you expect him or her to cooperate with your investigation? And now all these things are now causal. Now also the handcuffs, they were basically treating him like an animal. That is what these people were doing, according to Abu Trica. Or say, at the center of the case is the involvement of agents of the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation. Foreign law enforcement officers were allowed to question me on Ghanaian soil while I was in custody and without legal representation. This should never have happened. The FBI has no independent authority to arrest or interrogate suspects in Ghana. And all parties say, "Ebra chain no crano. Yenya man a lawyer. Ni akofre FBI force on be question or more. This is a country who will sell you out to the foreign people. Ghana has here peken of rata no Bepimene, ya throw letters akoma US ni FBI crown obiapon fie. But here in this case, I just say ya mo obi subo. Then we ya kwachi nipa no. Ni asan so akache FBI say ya chi nipa no. But yet the one kasa person on nipa ne ye no. So obe bunu tu brane be ye. Guilty even before proven. Guilty even before they've taken you through the necessary a year because you're guilty or not. They just prove you guilty without any necessary trial. Yento aso ha say, after my arrest, I was recorded while in custody, and that footage later appeared on social media. In addition, one of the state agencies issued a public statement describing me as a notorious cyber criminal, even though no court has found me guilty. The description severely damaged my reputation and undermined my constitutional rights to be presumed innocent. And our parties say all these things are not equal. Yenya fanen court, but you saw some agencies posting on social media, we've arrested a notorious criminal. And Brian Nim said, you can't call the person a criminal. You have to take the person to court. Subject the person to a court of competent jurisdiction for a fair trial before you can say the person is guilty or not. So, I'm therefore asking the courts to restrain the FBI or any foreign agents from exercising investigative powers over me in Ghana. I'm also seeking an interim injunction to prevent my extradition or transfer to any foreign country until my case is fully determined. Furthermore, I'm claiming 10 million cedis in compensation. The violation I suffered have caused me serious emotional distress, reputational harm, and lasting psychological damage. So now, Abu Trica catch court said the court should stop his extradition to the United States of America and as any foreign soil. He's also suing these foreign agencies for 10 million Ghana cedis, and aside from that, to opposite until Rebecca so guilty, no, and what's the baby. So this is exactly why Abu Trica Menoka says he's been trending for the past since yesterday, though, and as same way Ebaya he's been trending non-stop. I just say enya asem ketwa odwen ho kra wonti ase na sansem we a odi betu dwa no. There are many people who believe say Abu Trica's actions no it is warranted. Me no ka say lawyer Kwesi Hubert or the same betu dwa or say these actions from Abu Trica no, it makes total sense because he actually has to. He's suing them is a good move. Now we'll be reading reasons why this particular lawyer Hubert, Kwesi Hubert, or this same way also, if you stick with me for a minute, you will find answers to the following. The actual reason why Abu Trica has simultaneously sued the FBI, Attorney General, Ministry of Interior, EOCO, and NACO. The two, whether it was a good move or bad move for Abu Trica to sue them, will this suit worsen his case or actually help him? And Obisa say, what is going on? Why Abu Trica have sued all of these people? No, he is about to actually explain. And even Crown, legally, no, is this a good move or a bad move? Or say, hey, why has he sued them? Abu Trica was arrested on the 11th of December 2025 for cyber fraud, and this current lawsuit is in relation to his arrest, detention, interrogation, and entire investigation. He makes 4 main allegations in the suit. On the day of his arrest, 15 men entered his airport residential apartment and handcuffed him, restrained him, and denied him water, food, and rest. So now we are learning, say, Abu-Trica case now or making now, no, or party say he was arrested at an airport, your friend is saying, residential apartment. A bread chinyama nsuo eduane ne niema bebre. B. While in custody, he was subjected to coercive interrogation by 3 FBI agents. A bread chin no yenyan cast or guilty or not no. Any kofa FBI force omumbeye di omupe ewo ne so. C. Abu-Trica claims the FBI had no independent law enforcement powers under Ghanaian law and pressured him to sign documents he could not read. A Brian, this FBI for ne buy, no, and yes, Abu-Trica sign here. Yamanen ready, Yamana and lawyer. They just told him to sign, just like that. D. He also alleges the EOCO's public description of him as notorious cyber criminal proud to any conviction breach his constitutional rights. And a party say, EOCO FR, EOCO Eche no. Yenyan fan court, EOCO was parading him as a criminal. A Brian Fanning court. Abu-Trica is seeking 4 main things from the courts: 10 million cedis damages, II, and other, excluding evidence obtained through unlawful interrogation or searching. So, a party say evidence you menye bia or man court and they can't use it against him. So he sent the court to enforce that order. II, a temporary bar of extradition. And apparently, Siano court and stop his extradition to any foreign soil. IV, a restraint on FBI investigation interrogation activities in Ghana relating to him. And also or charge a court and said the court should stop FBI from investigating him or doing any activity. I just want to investigate him. B. Was it a good move or a bad move for Abu-Trica for this to bring this lawsuit? First, even before this suit is decided, it could actually reframe public narrative. Instead of being only an accused cyber fraud suspect, he brings a rise claimants fighting state abuse of power. Second, this lawsuit can effectively delay extradition, deportation, and evidence sharing while these constitutional issues are pending in courts. Third, this suit can create evidentiary obstacles. If even some parts of the arrest, interrogation, or search is later declared unconstitutional, that finding can be weaponized to challenge the admissibility of evidence in Ghanaian prosecutions and extradition procedures. My honest opinion is that not filing this suit will have been a missed opportunity for Abu-Trica. Kudos to his lawyers. The only downside, in my opinion, is that litigations like this often makes both domestic agencies and U.S. prosecutors more hostile. Any hope of quiet cooperation or negotiated surrender diminishes. So, lawyer Nepal says a good thing though, because he's challenging the courts and he's also challenging the powers that the powers that be, and he's also seeking an explanation. Say Ghana and Brano, you bit macho. A Brian found court near castle a cyber criminal now. These are many things such as say, all challenge a lawyer no to him no believe you say one Abu-Trica cry one yeden say Abu-Trica and sue these agencies are now Kate me extraditing anka a de make us a missed opportunity. So that's exactly what is really going on. But then so Oliver Baka from who also happened to be representing him, or Trobi also was surprised to find that the FBI was allowed or is allowed to interrogate and threaten Ghanaian citizens in his Ghana's custody. You learn something new every day. And on part say a shocking across say my FBI abakroom has say no more threatening Abu-Trica or more threatening Ghanaian citizens. Ebra oforia takeke poyenti me for no embassy. These are things you basically don't understand. And even far from that, so no, Osanso can be ourselves. So Abu-Trica has been in Interpol custody since his rearrest. The state has filed the same charges of conspiracy to defraud by false pretense and money laundering against him. So time you release Abu-Trica Sanso chain no. Now no, all this while he is in Interpol's custody. Can you imagine? He is in Interpol's custody. So definitely these are major issues. Among be breeding about the unfortunate arrest of Abu-Trica Minoka say no sue all of these particular state agencies saying said the arrest no there it is not warranted, and even how these agencies, they are subjecting him to various forms of abuse, there just on one case or on. So that is exactly what is really going on. Just on. We'll be giving you more updates as all of these various events continue to unfold right here in this particular country, because definitely your issues will be was here cover. So what do you think about Trica and the case? Do you think that he's right in any way, shape, or form to actually sue these agencies? These are big questions at the end of the day. We'll be very much happy to get your feedback on all of these particular issues.